okay, first corrections in a while. We've got to shake off the rust. And there wasn't that much. And, you might be like, but it was 3 weeks. We weren't doing shows. I could only go off what I was going off. Somebody said, hey, shouldn't it have been when you did Cash Patel eyes? Shouldn't it have still been your eye color? Great question for everybody. Let's get to the bottom of that one. Here's a comment. Hey, Seth, I don't know if you were taking corrections for episodes from before corrections was a thing. But on the May 2nd, 2017 episode, you read a mock letter by a Civil War soldier saying that General Grant had given orders to march on Gettysburg. General Grant wasn't at Gettysburg. He was laying siege to Vicksburg, Mississippi at that time. We are not taking corrections from before we started. We ended up deciding to go with episode 141 is going to be our Emmy submission. And again, we have no expectation on winning, certainly not even to get nominated. I mean, everybody's just doing this bull now, Everybody's figured out this is the way to the cheap one. So congratulations in advance to Below Deck. The technical crew, an inside look at the technical crew. Below Deck. I said envoy, it's pronounced envoy. Isn't that interesting? Can we, raucous laughter for that. I blew it. I do want to do this real quick. If we could just close caption this scattered laughs as well. And then just see how long we can keep that going. I did say last time this was like an M.C. Escher painting. And boy, the Escher heads are not happy when I say that. He did woodcuts or lithographs. So this would be an M.C. Escher woodcut painting. We had a joke about Lindsey Graham's credit card. Donald Trump giving it to somebody over the phone. Many of you said his credit card number is only 12 digits. They need to be 16. Lindsey tried to get a 16-digit credit card, but he's too short. By the way, I've switched to beer now. I found out that Claude Negroni had some unfortunate, in his history, let's just say, some problematic views about things. So we're looking for a beer sponsor. Just saying, sponsor beer, get it in corrections. If you hate money, there's a pretty good thing to waste it on. This one came in on the smallest font I've ever seen. Seth, welcome back. I've been eagerly awaiting your return as during your break I realized that your band leader, Fred Armisen, was in the Mitchells vs. the Machines, meaning I have several corrections for him and the rest of the cast and creators of this wonderful film. First, possums are extremely unlikely to carry rabies, believed to be because the body temperature is naturally lower than... An oil tanker is not a boat, it's a ship. That's a Donald Trump error. So I don't feel like I have to correct that. But when we say that, we're just... Something happened over the break. J.D. Vance was campaigning over in Hungary for Viktor Orban, who it was a tough moment for me because Viktor's a friend. And J.D. Vance tried to call, during a speech, he tried to call Donald Trump, who didn't answer. And multiple people said, oh my God, you're the J.D. Vance to Andy Samberg's Trump. Schmorgity borgity. Yeah, I got a janky doink. Somebody said my Walter Brennan sounded like Gabby Hayes. And the craziest thing, they were a teenager. Yeah, hold on. Nobody is clearly Walter Brennan. Yeah, he's over here. A lot of complaints about how bad I got a lot of credit for my Brennan and my Jimmy Stewart, which was correctly, they were excellent. My Horshack from Welcome Back, Kotter, people said I had a really bad Horshack, which I will say I went back and looked and it was not good. Oh, speaking of, I got a letter today. Slid under my door. My son would never have taken his own life. He was killed by those in power to keep him silent. There should be a full investigation of not just the prison officials, but everyone who was on duty that night. Signed, Epstein's mother. Confusion, followed by ultimately a satisfied rolling laugh. We talked about how Scollins has a movie coming out, Brian. Somebody said, when Scollins' movie premieres, will they serve popcorn in a collectible tank top? I asked Ellen like 45 minutes ago if she could mock that up. That's not a fair amount of time to ask your prop department to mock up what that would look like. I owe her an apology, but I also owe her thanks because she pulled it off. I like to get it from the side. That's where the armpits are. All right, we're back on, again, go back on the groove, I know you guys watched Monday's Closer Look. There were tons of mistakes. I'll blow, the cobwebs out. It's great to be back with everybody. Yeah, just a week. See me next week.